Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. If you can hear me loud and clear, let me know in the chat. If you can hear me loud and clear, let me know in the chat. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. If you can hear me loud and clear, let me know in the chat. If you can hear me loud and clear, let me know in the chat. What's going down? What's going down, everybody? What's goody? We back in this thing. What's good? What's good? What's good? Let me pull the screen up. What up, y'all? What's going down, everybody? We are back here for another preview and predictions for Backlash 2025, man. For tomorrow's show, we got 5 matches, so it should be an in and out PLE. Shouldn't take that long, but I'm very interested to see how these matches are going to play out. Have been some rumors in some of these matches that we're going to talk about, speculate, and see if the predictions is correct for WrestleMania. I think I only got 3 matches wrong. I think. I think I only got it may have been 3 or 2 matches that I was incorrect on my predictions. So we'll see if we can, go 100% from the field for today. But I appreciate everyone showing up, man. What's going down, everybody? Hope you're doing good. I'm doing great, man. Doing great. It's been a great day, great productive day. We're gonna be streaming SmackDown later on, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, hold on. I'm just checking some stuff. But yeah. Ross, when are you guys gonna have a meetup again? Would love to be there. We're actually supposed to be potentially having a meetup relatively soon, like the towards the end of this month. We're actually going to be doing some meetups. We got some stuff lined up. We haven't made it official yet, but we will be doing some more live stream reactions. But we're going to be actually streaming at another location. We're going to be streaming once again at the Social Beer Garden, but we will let you guys know what the events are. So be on the lookout for that. Like literally for the next few weeks, I think we got some stuff lined up for you guys that you guys are going to enjoy. So, all right, man. Let's go ahead and get into the preview and predictions. I know that's what y'all here for. So we're going to make sure we check this out. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button. I would really appreciate that. And let's get right into this one. Pierre said tomorrow on my birthday is going to be real emotional, a real emotional show for me. Okay, well, happy early birthday, man. Hopefully you have a great one. You know, hopefully I'm not sure if you're going to be watching Backlash. Hopefully you enjoy yourself if you are. If not, just enjoy your birthday tomorrow, Pierre. So, all right, let's get into it. We're going to start with the Intercontinental Championship match between Dominic Mysterio versus Penta. I already got the poll set up for those who don't know or new to this. I create a poll. That way you guys can vote and we can discuss, you know, who we got winning and who we got losing. So, who is winning this match? Who's going to become, will Penta be the new Intercontinental Champion? Now, here's the thing about this. This one, you could go a couple ways with this one. And the reason why I say that is for the simple fact of what they've been teasing with Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio. Finn Balor has obviously not been in the best of moods, especially with how things transpired at WrestleMania. Dominic pinning Finn Balor to become the new Intercontinental Champion. Things have not been on the up and up since WrestleMania. And you can tell there's like this passive aggressive, like he'll say something how he really feels, but then he'll finish off the statement with the nah, bro, I got your back. When we all know that's not the case. We saw that he didn't know JD was going to be coming back. He feels like he's being left out of the loop on a lot of situations, and I do think that may be a potential deciding factor here. Now, here's another thing I would say. I wouldn't want Dominic to lose so quickly. The only reason why I wouldn't want him to lose so quickly, because he just got it. And that was a great moment for him at WrestleMania. I think him having a decent title run as the chicken shit heel with the Intercontinental Championship, I think you can work with that. Because if he wins it at WrestleMania, won it at WrestleMania and then loses it at the next pay-per-view, it would be like, damn, that kind of sucks. He just, yeah, they gave him the title, but, I mean, it would have been not memorable. And I think he can benefit from being the chicken shit heel that uses the number advantage to help him. So, with that being said, I do have Dominic retaining. I do have Dominic retaining. It will be some shenanigans, and that will be the other thing that they do to essentially, I guess you could say, protect Penta. But I do have Dominic retaining because it just makes sense for him to hold the title a little bit longer. But at some point, I do feel like at some point I can see Finn Balor being the reason later down the line. I don't know how long they'll wait. Finn Balor being the reason why he loses the Intercontinental Championship. And if you guys paid attention, Finn Balor was talking to Roxanne. So it does seem like he may be trying to recruit Rock saying, since guess what? Liv is gone. She's going to be filming a movie. So we won't be seeing Liv's influence around for a little bit until she returns. So I could see Finn trying to do some things on his own behind Liv's back, behind Dominic's back. I mean, he's not really too much worried about JD and Raquel and Carlito. So I do think at some point, I don't know when, but I do think Finn Balor will be the main reason why Dominic loses the Intercontinental Championship, and we will see how that plays out whenever that does. But for the purposes of Backlash, I'm going with Dominic retaining, obviously, with the help of Judgment Day and their shenanigans. And let me go ahead and end the poll here, see what you guys say. All right, we got 84% say Dominic's retaining, 15% say Penta will be the new champion. So y'all kind of agree with what I was saying here in a sense. I just don't see Dominic losing after he just got the title. So it would make sense, but it would just be like kind of a wasted moment. And I would like for him to at least have some type of run with the Intercontinental Championship. All right. Now let's get into this one right here. All right. We got the Women's Intercontinental Championship, Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch. Now, I will say this. Becky is definitely leaned into the Becky Hogan stuff. She's leaned into it, and it works. I'm sure she's seen all the memes in the comments of people calling her Becky Hogan and stuff. But she's leaned into it. Ever since this heel turn, she's leaned into, you know what, I am the best. I deserve to be at the top of the card. I deserve to have championship matches. I deserve the adulation and the love. Honestly, even though I've liked what they've done with Lyra and kind of giving her a little bit more personality, yes, there's still some things that she has to work on when it comes to her delivery, but I think I've cared more about Lyra now than I have since she's been on the main roster. I'm going to be honest with you. I've actually cared because of the back and forth. Becky trying to basically say the only reason why you're even here is because of me. Now, here's the thing. You can go about this two ways. You can have Lyra win because of Bayley. Because I think that's the feud that they're going to try to build up next is Bayley and Becky. Because Becky's been talking mad shit about Bayley. Like, mad shit. So I do think that could be a situation. Or you could have Lyra beat Becky and then have a situation where that's when Bayley comes into the mix. This is a tough one, though. But if I had to choose from a story standpoint, Becky just came back. She's not losing, even though Lyra is the champion. And Lyra has been a champion for a while. Granted, her title reign, not to say that it hasn't had great matches. A lot of people are not, clamoring to say, oh, this has been a great title reign, because it's kind of been in the background, honestly. The mid-card titles haven't really seen any true excitement outside of their initial tournaments that they had for them. I think Lyra loses here. And I think we're setting up something with Bayley, because that is something that will definitely get the Women's Intercontinental Championship match, like the title itself, on a higher elevation, and people will care about more because of the history between Bayley and Becky. And having Becky as the champion works a little bit more, and having Bayley trying to chase and get that championship from her to redeem, get some type of revenge, how things played out. I think that's a better story to tell than, you could have her cost the match, cause Becky to lose, but I don't think Becky's getting pinned right now. I don't think she is. So I actually have Becky winning this match. I have Becky winning this match in probably some heel like fashion to protect Lyra in some sort of sense. And then maybe we get a Bayley return. You know, maybe Becky tries to finish off Lyra or whatever, and maybe we get a Bayley return of some sorts. We can do something like that. But I do think Becky being the champion, the heel champion, and Bayley chasing works in this format, in this particular story that they're trying to tell, and it will put a better light on the winner, on the women's intercontinental championship, and maybe they have Lyra move on. I'm not sure, but I think that would probably be the better route. I know some people is not going to like that, but I do think they're playing up the fact that everyone calls her Becky Hogan, or not everyone, but a lot of people on social media do. So I think they're playing up that fact even more. The story is already starting to be told with Bayley and Becky. I'm all for it. I'm all for it, man. Some of y'all think Lyra's going to win, and I think it's kind of split. And there's no really wrong answer here, but when I look at it, 53% of y'all say Lyra and 46% of y'all say Becky. So, I mean, it's just one of those things where I would be very surprised, once again, if they were to set up something to have Becky get pinned off the situation of Bayley getting involved. Cool. But I just think the better feud for the women's intercontinental championship would be to have Bayley try to take the title from Becky to get her revenge. So, I don't know. We'll see. We will see, but I can definitely see Becky getting the win here. Obviously with some shenanigans and maybe Bayley coming out there, but yeah, we will see how that goes down. Y'all are kind of split on that one as well. All right, let's see what we got here next. Let's go with. All right, I'm gonna go with this particular match. I'm gonna set this poll up real quick. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. All right, let's do it. Who is winning the United States Championship between Jacob Fatu, Drew McIntyre, LA Knight, and Damian Priest? This, be honest with you, may be match of the night. Dead ass. I think this is going to be match of the night. I think this is going to be better than the John Cena versus Randy Orton match. And I think that match will be okay. I'm really more concerned on what John can do in the ring, in comparison with Randy. I know they have history, but I personally think this match will probably be match of the night. And I'm going with Jacob Fatu retaining. It's not time for him to lose. It's not time for him to lose the United States Championship. I think we don't get him losing that championship until maybe some shenanigans or some issue with Solo really arises and he ends up losing the title that way. But I just don't see Jacob Fatu dropping the title, nor does he need to. I think they need to give him a lengthy, strong title reign, kind of to mirror what Gunther did as this dominant mid-card champion. And, it's heading in the right direction, the United States Championship. I had no problem with them putting the title initially on LA Knight. I just wish they didn't take it off of him. They shouldn't have took it off of him. I know they was trying to, throw a bone at Shinsuke Nakamura, but that was a waste of everybody's time. They should have kept the title on him the entire fucking time and then had him lose at WrestleMania to a Jacob Fatu, which worked out. But that's neither here nor there. I do think the United States Championship is heading in the right direction, and Jacob Fatu being the new holder of it makes a lot of sense because nobody's beaten this guy for a very long time. The fans are into him. Fans have bought into Jacob Fatu and his crazy antics. The Samoan werewolf is very popular, and I think this will be a great thing to continue on his title reign, having him get this win in this Fatal 4-Way. Once again, I do think this match is going to steal the show. I think this is going to be the best match of the night, but I could be wrong. But I just think all four of these individuals, Drew McIntyre, LA Knight, Damian Priest, and Jacob, I think they're all going to work really well with each other. I am really looking forward to that Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre face off. We may end up getting that one-on-one later down the line because Drew has made it very, apparent that he would love to face off against Jacob Fatu because he feels like that's a worthy opponent. So we may get that one-on-one down the line, and we're going to get some teases of that tonight. Tomorrow. But other than that, just makes sense. Jacob Fatu retain. It doesn't make sense to take a title off of him. So we will see. Let's see what y'all voted on in the percentage-wise. All right. As I expected, 92% say Jacob Fatu, 4% say Drew, 2% say LA Knight, and 1% say Damian Priest. Damn. That is a crazy breakdown of percentages. So, hey, I think we're all in agreement. It makes sense for my boy Jacob Fatu to still be the United States champion. All right. Here we go, man. Here we go, y'all. The match that I'm looking forward to, but of recent days, I'm very concerned. Pat McAfee versus Gunther. Now, I see a lot of y'all voting really hard for Gunther. And I was one of those people. I was really one of those people initially. Yep, they're voting hard for Gunther. Gunther's going to win. Right? Here's my problem. Yes, this should be easy. Yes, Pat should get packed up. But I don't know if y'all heard the recent rumors. And it's quite terrifying. The recent rumors. And if you don't want to be spoiled, maybe get out. It's a rumor, so we don't know. But the recent rumors, and I hope this is not the case, Gunther is supposed to be coming back for his retirement match. I think we all know Goldberg is supposed to be returning back for his retirement match. They've already set something in place for Goldberg, I think last year with Gunther calling him out or whatever. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's what the rumors is. And it's supposed to be Gunther, Pat McAfee, they're having their match. And supposedly Goldberg gets involved and costs Gunther the match. That is why I was initially with y'all on voting Gunther's going to pack up Pat McAfee as he fucking should. But then when you really think about it, like really, really, really break this down, why would they be putting on this match? From just a wrestler standpoint, we know in any multiverse, in any timeline, in any universe, whatever you want to call it, Gunther wins against Pat McAfee 100% out of 100%. Hell, Walter wins against Pat McAfee 100% of the time, right? There's no timeline where Pat McAfee should win unless it's with the assistance of somebody else. That's the only reason why I think this match is even happening. Because, yeah, we love Pat McAfee, but should he be taking a spot on the show? Yeah, he did it back then in NXT, and that's cool. But on the main show, should Gunther, who was just the World Heavyweight Champion not too long ago at WrestleMania, has the longest reigning Intercontinental Championship title reign of all time. 90% of his time in WWE, he's been champion. Should that same Gunther be facing basically an athletic athletic type commentator? Think about that. Why would they book that match? Yeah, they built the story for it, but why would they book that match? There has to be a reason, right? And once I started hearing those rumors, it starts to make a little bit sense. The only reason why you booked that match, the only reason why people would want to see that match is obviously to see fucking Pat McAfee get packed up. But there's gotta be some reason why Pat McAfee has even a slight chance. And I think that slight chance may be an interference, bro. This is one of those tough times in my preview and prediction videos where I tell Dub this, but I also understand I gotta say this to myself as well. I gotta book with logic and not with my heart, y'all. Well, not book. I have to pick with logic and not with my heart. Logically, you could still have Gunther win this fucking match, bro. But for shock value, I could see them having this nigga Pat McAfee pin Gunther. Forget the logic. Gunther wins that. Sit next. Oh my God. All right. There's a big part of me that's saying don't vote for Gunther because I could see them niggas doing this. But the only problem is that would hurt Gunther so bad, bro. That would hurt Gunther so bad because that would be on his record. And Pat McAfee could talk shit that I still pinned Gunther. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. Even with the rumors, I can't do it. I'm locked in with Gunther. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it. You can still have Goldberg come out there afterwards. I don't give a damn. Just don't have this nigga lose. I can't do it, bro. I'm going Gunther, bro. I'm going Gunther. I can't. No. Just no, bro. No. Someone said the hate for the underdog is real. It's Dre. Appreciate the two. Bruh. It's Pat McAfee. He is an announcer. He is not a professional wrestler. Has he wrestled before? Yes. Has he had some pretty solid matches in NXT? Yes. But he is not an active wrestler. He loves the business. He loves professional wrestling. But he is not a wrestler. There are underdogs like Jay and who else is another underdog that they try to book in WWE. I can't even think of any other ones right now, but the obvious one is Jay being the an underdog. Sammy, you know what? You're right. Sammy, that's another. He's probably the biggest underdog in WWE outside of Jay. Yeah, it's really like Sammy. But those are guys that wrestle. You can buy into potentially beating Gunther, having that one moment where they lock in and their opponent doesn't take them seriously. Boom, they win. Rey Mysterio, another one. They win, right? But they're wrestlers. They're talented. They can go in the ring. They have that dog in them. Pat McAfee. Come on now, bro. Love Pat. He's great. But no. There's no reason, even with Goldberg's assistance, I still would not be happy with Gunther getting pinned. No. Appreciate the two again. The hate for those under the dog. Wait, the hate for those under the underdogs is real. Come on, bro. Come on, Trey. Come on, bro. Not the hate for the underdogs. Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. No. I love Pat, but no. He should not be beating Gunther in any form or fashion with no help, because you ruin Gunther. Because guess what? Guess what? Let's say hypothetically, and we're going to get to the last match. Let's say hypothetically, Goldberg comes in, spears the hell out of Gunther, maybe spears him through a barricade, hits him with a jackknife, throws him in the ring, Pat McAfee pins him. Shocking win, right? Cool. Crazy pop, right? Okay. Crazy moment. But you hurt Gunther. Even though you can say, oh, he's protected, no. Because at the end of the day, on his win and loss record, it's going to show Pat McAfee defeating him. Even if they're not going to sit up there and say with the assist of Gunther on his record, his win-loss, it's going to say Pat McAfee pinned Gunther. How many people have actually beaten Gunther since in WWE? I think Ilya's done it. Sammy's done it. Jay has done it. Who else? And Cody has done it. Am I missing anyone else? Am I missing anyone else? Since Gunther been in WWE, am I missing anyone else? Braun. You're right. 5. So it's been 5 people. Braun, Ilya, Cody, Jay, and Sammy. It's only been 5 people. 5 people since Gunther been in WWE. NXT UK, NXT, and the main roster. Only 5 people. And vacant. Somebody stupid. And only 5 people have beaten him. That's impressive, right? That's impressive. And then you add the 6 Pat McAfees on that list. Yeah, we know Gunther was just going to pack up Goldberg whenever they do have their match at most likely SummerSlam. We know that's going to happen. That's going to be his retirement match. Cool, we get that. But do we have to risk Gunther's his aura or risk his credibility in the process? I don't think we have to. Jay, Cody, Ilya, Braun, and maybe Pat. Oh, hell no. So I hope that's not the case. I'm going with Gunther to win, and you can do whatever you want to afterwards, but Pat McAfee should not be beating Gunther like that. So, all right. We got 79% say Gunther. 20% of y'all think Pat's going to do it. Jesus, man. Whew. I hope that's not the case. And last but not least, the match we are looking forward to. Who is winning between John Cena and Randy Orton? I think it's safe to say John Boy is getting the win. Yeah, John's not losing, bro. Will it be fun to see this match one more time with these guys? Of course. I don't know how good it's going to be, but they have history. So I'm willing to bet they'll try to put on a solid match. But yeah. Doesn't make sense. John Cena's not losing. I do think there will be some shenanigans. I do think John Cena will cheat to win. And, that's going to be interesting as well. But John Cena's not losing, nor should he lose. I don't think he's losing. The only time I could possibly see him lose is maybe around SummerSlam, a little bit after SummerSlam. He's not losing, bro. I like what someone said. Appreciate the 5. Cena wins by slapping the ref like Randy did. That would be poetic, bro. Oh my God, that would be funny. But yeah, he's not losing. He's not losing, nor should he. I think it's safe to say John Cena will be champion for a large part of the remainder of the year. Maybe lose it after SummerSlam or at SummerSlam. But yeah, I think he's just going to be going back down memory lane with some of these individuals that he's faced off before. And we'll kind of go with that. I'm really looking forward to that John Cena and CM Punk match. I think that's going to be actually pretty entertaining. John Cena, CM Punk, I think that would actually be, that's going to be memorable. Hopefully. We'll see. It only just comes down to how John Cena is able to move around in the ring and if they're able to tell a pretty good story, which I think they can. So maybe we get a John Cena Roman Reigns down the line, or maybe we get another John Cena and Cody whenever he returns, because I doubt Cody will be on the same timing as he was at WrestleMania. I don't know. We'll see about that. They may hold off on that. Who fucking knows? But yeah, he's not losing. This is more for nostalgia purposes, honestly. Like that promo package that they're probably gonna show, you know it's gonna be chef's kiss. This is nostalgia. That's why I wish Edge, aka Adam, was still in WWE. I know they didn't have much for him towards the end of his run, but I wish Edge was still here. Bro, it would have been perfect. Him going against Randy Orton, then you could have had him go against Edge. Oh my God. You mean Cope? You know what I mean. Adam Copeland. I'm still calling him Edge in WWE terms. But that shit would have been so good because the roles would have finally reversed. They have history. They have that rivalry. Oh, that shit would have been fire, bro. Oh, man. Oh, that would have been so good, bro. Oh, that would have been so good, bro. Y'all can't tell me Edge one more time versus John Cena as a heel now. That would have been so good, bro. That would have been so good. So, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going with John Cena to ultimately retain. So, let's see what y'all saying. I think a lot of y'all kind of agree with me as well. 89% say John Cena is retaining and 10% say Randy Orton's winning. On this day, there you go. But yeah, so for my preview and predictions, I got Dominic to retain the Intercontinental Championship. I got Becky to be the new Women's Intercontinental Champion. I got Jacob Fatu to retain United States Championship. I got Gunther, hopefully, please, beating Pat McAfee when it's all said and done. And I got John Cena to retain the undisputed WWE Championship. The only championship that I have switching hands is Becky Lynch, the Women's Intercontinental title. That's the only championship I have switching hands. That's it. Everything else, most likely everyone's going to retain. So, that's my preview and predictions. Nothing too crazy. Let me read some of these super chats that I did miss. Kickin with Leo, what's good, my boy? What's good? Appreciate the $4.99. The Fatal 4-Way match could honestly not only be match of the show, but possibly even be match of the year. This match finna be an all-out car wreck. I can't wait. I think this will probably steal the show. They're gonna go crazy, man. They're going to go crazy. I can't wait for that match. That's, in my opinion, that's damn near the main event, in my opinion. Appreciate the $4.99 again with Kicking It with Leo. If Gunther loses to Pat, just pack it up. He's done. You might as well head to Evolve or NXT at that point. For sure. I hope they don't do him like that. I really, really hope they don't do him like that. Appreciate the $1.99 QC Ferg. Appreciate the $1.99 Jay, Cody, Ilya, Braun, and maybe Pat. Oh, hell no. I think I read that one. QC Ferg again with the $1.99. Gunther loses, turns into modern day Prime Kane. No. What's this? DS Spiracy? D Spiracy. Appreciate the $1.99. I'd dead ass rather it be Brock instead of Goldberg. I mean, that's probably not happening. Goldberg is probably gonna be more likely to come back for his last match. Cody with the 5. Cena wins by slapping the ref like he did with like Randy did. Yeah. Hey man, this was a quick one because this is honestly the show is probably gonna be in and out. We're not going to have to take too long, which I'm okay. It's Backlash. The previous Backlashes have been pretty good, so hopefully this one can match up to it. And I'm not even talking about in the terms of just the quality, like the crowd atmosphere. Hopefully that's good as well. But just the matches themselves. Hopefully they can continue the trend of great backlashes because they've actually been really, really, really solid. Some people's favorite PLE, what was that, last year when they were in Lyon, France? Some people's favorite PLE was Backlash last year. So we will see. What's this? Alina Ray. Appreciate the 20, man. Hey Dub. Backlash might be. Is Dub in here? Y'all see Dub? Did y'all see Dub? Did he walk in the back, or is he a ghost? Like, huh? All right. Hey Dub. Backlash might be mid. They canceled 7 matches. Let's see if Saturday card will hold up. Finn versus Dom for the IC title. Jacob versus Solo for the US title. Nia versus Tiffany for what title? Jay versus Logan. Braun, Rollins versus Punk and Reigns. I don't think it's crazy. They actually did what I just realized that they actually did. I don't know if they actually did cancel that match. It doesn't seem they haven't brought up the Jay versus Logan match. That actually makes sense. It's not on here. So I don't know why they canceled that. Now the other stuff, the Jacob versus Solo, I don't know where you got that from because I don't know about that one. I don't know if that was set in stone. The Tiffany one, they already announced that wasn't going to be on Backlash. The Jay and Logan, I thought that was going to be on Backlash, but I guess they switched it. They saving it for Money in the Bank. Okay. Always happening at Saturday Night Main Event. Okay, well that makes sense. But the Rollins, Punk, and Reigns, that wasn't guaranteed for Backlash because they've already said, well, Roman was going to be gone until like June. So I don't know where you got your sources from on that one, but all right. I appreciate the 4. Hey, Ross, do you guys plan on checking Key Glock's new album? I'm not sure. I ain't going to lie to you. Appreciate the 4. Appreciate the 5 again. Alina Ray. My fault, Ross. You good. Appreciate the 199 Saturday Night Main Event. Okay, so they're doing Jay versus Logan Saturday night. Okay. And appreciate the 5. They were set, but they canceled them weeks ago. What do you mean they were set? Are we sure about that? Because that would go against the point you're just saying. If they were set, but they canceled it weeks ago, that means they weren't set. That means they weren't truly set. There may have been speculation, but that don't mean that was going to happen. Because I would have loved for fucking Roman Reigns to be there for Backlash, but once they said he's not going to be there, then I was like, oh, okay. And once again, you don't need an overstacked Backlash. You just need a few things to keep the show going and go from there. So, I don't know. Appreciate it too. I don't know. That's what it was reported. Well, one thing you got to know about things being reported, sometimes it's not true. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes it's not true. So I wouldn't go with that. Some of those matches could have been on the show, but that's a lot of fucking matches. And something would have had to be cut. So I get it. I understand. Maybe some of those could have, and maybe some of those were supposed to happen. Who knows? Maybe you are correct. Who knows? I don't know. But this is what we got right now. I wouldn't say it's going to be mid. There's some things on here that I'm actually interested in. Was I hoping that we were going to get a tag team match with CM Punk and Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins? Yes, maybe we get that at a later time. Maybe they're setting that up for a later pay-per-view. Who knows? But or PLE. But I don't know. You know, I think this show is going to be serviceable. I think we give it a chance and let's see what happens. So, but hey, man, I appreciate everyone that joined in on this impromptu. Well, it's not impromptu, but on my preview and predictions, we will be streaming on YouTube and Twitch in a few. So I'm actually about to go set up that stream. So y'all get ready for that. We're going to have a good time checking out SmackDown. Hopefully SmackDown is much better than last week. We will see. But hey, man, I appreciate y'all for all the love and support you guys have shown on the channel. Thank y'all so much for joining the preview and prediction stream. And yeah, I will catch you guys literally in less than probably a little bit more of like 45 minutes, 40 minutes or some sort. I'll see y'all in a few for our SmackDown live stream reactions for the go home show for Backlash. See y'all in a few, man. Thank y'all so much.